be facing the death penalty. I guarantee you, more white officers will stop wanting to be police. Just on that fact that, oh, I just can't kill people now? Nah, fuck that. Now, I don't want to do that shit no more.
Those who were sworn to protect and to serve.
And they're not sworn. They're sworn to protect and serve the dominant society, y'all. Remember that.
And so all we're asking today is to deal with that. I don't mind dealing with other pieces of legislation. I don't mind dealing with other issues that you all may have. And what I don't want to leave this conversation with, and why I'm speaking now instead of later, is because I don't want you all to leave here saying, well, we didn't know.
Because that's what we call white fragility. I had no idea. Deflection. I didn't even know. So you didn't see all these motherfucking people. I tweeted today on my new Twitter account. I said, it's so funny how now everybody wants to pile out and include black folk. So it took how many killings over how many years for white folk to be like, you know what, this is not just. You know what, Tom, this is not right. What's happening to little John Tavius and Marquand and Shantavius and, you know, Marquella. It's not right. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. They are fully aware of what the fuck is going on.
We didn't know that's how you felt, Cedric. I want it to be crystal clear, and I will give you the benefit of the doubt that it is an unconscious bias that I'm hearing, because at worst it's conscious bias, and that I would hate to assume from any of the people on the other side.
Will the gentleman yield?
Sure.
I appreciate your passion. Are you suggesting that you're certain that none of us have non-white children?
Now, this is another person, Matt Getz, who's probably a racist, who's a fucking disruptor and wanted to start a bunch of bullshit and don't give a fuck about no niggas. Now, we about to play his question because he wanted to ask a question to our black brother.
Are you suggesting that you're certain that none of us have non-white children? Because you reflected on your black son and you said none of us could understand.
Matt, stop.
Thank you. Stop it. We know what you're doing. See, that's deflection. That's white fragility. That's what that is. That's all deflection. He's talking about black men being lynched, murdered, killed with impunity, and nothing happening to these police officers. Nothing. No type of recourse. Y'all just keep talking about police reform. That's bullshit. That's a cold water sandwich is what it is. Police reform ain't nothing but moving people around and keeping the same policies in place and calling it something different. You're not doing, no, prosecute these people and hold these people accountable. Then people will start to be like, okay, they changed it, but you're not planning on changing it. That's why you keep using this codified language with police reform, and then you got Matt Getz or whatever the fuck his name is talking about, well, you're acting like, you know, we don't have black children. Stop it. Stop it. Then you should be more mad than anybody if you got black children. Stop. Stop it. That's a new word, y'all. Stop it.
I'm not about to get sidetracked about the color of our children. We're talking about black kids. I reclaimed my time.
You said that
I reclaimed my time. I know.
You want the discussion?
I know that
Gentleman reclaimed his time.
I said I reclaimed my time. I already know that there are people on the other side that have black grandchildren. It is not about the color of your kids.
Thank you. See how white folk are making it about them? Well, what about my kid? Nigga, but your kids ain't getting killed in the street. Stop it.
It is about black males, black people in the streets that are getting killed. And if one of them happens to be your kid, I'm concerned about him too. And clearly I'm more concerned about him than you are.
Ooh, he's a politician or not? Oh, I know. Now that was the Mike Tyson's punch out. He knocked him out with that. Because basically what this brother Cedric Richmond did was he did one of my numbers. He walked him right into that trap door. Like, oh, you want to come down my lane? Go ahead and come down my lane. And then he said, oh, you know what? I'm sure that you other congressmen got black grandchildren and children. But it isn't about that. It's about black children and I am concerned about your black kids or black grandkids as much as mine, but clearly you are not.
So let's be clear about
you're
that.
Claiming, you're claiming you're more concerned for my family than hell you are.
If the shoe fits.
Listen, you don't know how much we care about our families.
See? And what this brother did to that white boy is what they have done to us for years. He got him emotional. He got him out of his bag. And that white boy didn't like it. You know why? Because it told the truth on you. You're not concerned about no black kids. You just want to be sitting up here being divisive and sowing discord like most white supremacists do.
Dog holler.
You should take those words down. I
gentleman
care
will
about your family and love your family.
The gentleman will suspend. The gentleman will suspend. The time belongs to the gentleman from Louisiana.
Cedric, would you yield?
Was that a nerve?
Yeah, you damn
I yield
right
to
it was
the
a nerve.
gentleman from Louisiana.
He said, was that a nerve? Did I touch a nerve? That's what you get. That's what you get. So shout out to that brother for putting his ass on blast and making it do what it do. That's what he get. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep these motherfuckers on their necks. That's what you're supposed to do. Straight up. And I know my stream keeps dropping. I know it keeps dropping. I know it keeps starting all over. I already know what the fuck is going on. Don't trip. I'll be on tomorrow. That's why I want some black person come up with his own streaming platform where when you talk about real shit, the shit ain't interfering and all fucked up. Because I already know what the fuck is going on. It ain't my motherfucking internet. So I know it's YouTube. Stop it. I know it ain't my internet. That's bullshit. Stop. I already know what the fuck it is. So nice try. But I'll tell you right now, hey man, I want everybody to understand that this shit is important. I want you to understand what the fuck is going on. You know what I need to do? I'm going to start recording my live streams. And when this shit start fucking up, I'm going to just upload the fucking recorded version. Because I notice YouTube be doing that shit a lot. When it's something serious, they will. And then try to make it seem like it's your internet. It's not my internet. My shit is on point. Let me see. Because I check my phone right now, and I know my shit is on point. Thank you. Stop it. Stop. But I'll tell you this. That brother Cedric Richmond, he touched a nerve with that white boy. God damn it, you're going to take that word. No, he ain't got to take nothing back because you look like a fucking clown. That's what you get. And the reason why I say that's what you get, because a lot of times they're so used to getting us all emotional and all out of whack and upside down and inside out that we don't know how to function. So what ends up happening is we get emotional and we start to go off the scales and get all upset and start talking about things that don't matter and start name calling because we pissed off. No, but he's stuck. You have to stick to the point. See, when dealing with white fragility, you can't let them alligator roll you into some other shit. See, he expected him to be like, well, what is your kids? He expected to catch him up and be like, well, what are your kids? Okay, well, but I like how he answered it. He said, well, stop it, first of all. Look, everybody use that word from now on. Don't tell them, shut up, stop it. Just use that, because that solves it all. You shut it down immediately. That brother was like, stop it, man. Stop it. You gotta do that to people. Like once they start on some bullshit and alligator rolling it, you can't just do it to white people, do it to niggas too. Cause niggas be on that bullshit too. Niggas get the niggas splaining and trying to make it seem like, oh, well, on some Terry Crews, Sambo, tell them about the gun line boss type shit. And shut them down real quick. Stop. Cause I'm real quick, bitch, stop. And the reason why I tell people, like, listen to what a person is saying, because as you're listening, be formulating your response, not a reaction. You have to have a response. And what that black brother did was have a response. That motherfucker was like, stop it. Like, oh, okay, so, I'm pretty sure some people do got black children and black grandkids. And I am as concerned about them as I am my own. But the issue is black people being killed by law enforcement. And I'm as concerned as yours as I am about mine. But clearly, You are not as concerned if you trying to do some other shit. And that's why that white boy got pissed and started yelling and screaming. Stop. And that's what we have to do. But we got to start educating ourselves and understanding what's going on. That's the only way you're going to learn. It isn't just watching fucking MSNBC. I watch CNN to look at the fuckery for the most part. Anderson Cooper, stop. Stop, Anderson Cooper. You're a descendant of Cornelius Vanderbilt. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop acting like you're so concerned about black people. You're concerned about moist white people. You're not concerned about no black people. Stop it. I don't care if Don Lemon is on the show. Stop it. That's the problem. More motherfuckers is concerned about their own. They're using the black struggle and plight and pushing their own agenda. That's why you got to be very mindful of these people that's marching and whining with you and acting like they really care. Because a lot of times they don't. What ends up happening is they pretend like they care. The cloak. And they hide under the guise of caring when really they just pushing their own agenda. It's like corporate America. The corporate plantation. It's the same thing. And don't let that change your perspective. Because everybody's perspective is different. And don't allow them, in my honest opinion, this is my honest opinion, don't allow them, the dominant society, to change the narrative, because they'll do that. They'll change the narrative. They'll rock you to sleep. You know what I mean? That's what they do. And that's what happens. So we got to be mindful of that. And we got to understand what the fuck is going on. And we can't let that distract us from the point. The point is anti-black racism. And don't let nothing change that. Don't be joining forces. This ain't about the black and brown, the Latinos. It ain't about the black and Asians. You know, you got all these people speaking up for their little specific group, and that's fine. But let them do that. You have to stay on point. This is not about religion. So we can't have the Hebrew Israelites beefing with the Nation of Islam and fuck all that. And the Moorish Science Temple. It's not about that. See, motherfuckers want to make it about their individual shit. No. My goal is for black folk to get at least about 15 to 20. Let's start off at 20 trillion. We need about 20 trillion, and then we can go from there for reparations. I got love for Bob Johnson, but we need more than $300,000 a piece. Nah, fuck all that. $300,000 a piece and get you through a couple of months. No, we need about $5 million a piece, nigga. Enough money where we don't have to go back and work for the dominant society unless you just tricked off all your money. If $5 million in this day and time can't get you a decent house and you can't invest that money, then you know what? Then motherfuckers need to start educating. And speaking of educating, Shani, hey y'all, I just want to let y'all know, I just got this book. I ain't read it. I normally don't show books I don't read, but I want to let y'all know I got the book of Enoch. Finally got my shit. So I got the book of Enoch, and I got the first book, if I'm not mistaken, that Professor Griff wrote, The Illuminati's Takeover of Hip-Hop, Psychological Covert War on Hip-Hop by Professor Griff. I'm going to try to take a picture of the back because the back got his picture in it, and I want to frame it and put it on the wall like I got the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This book is dope. Man, this book is worth it, man. Y'all need to go get this book, man. This book has got some dope-ass shit. I don't want to show too much, but this book has got some dope-ass shit in there. Oh, he's got how Jay-Z's and Aleister Crowley. Oh, Professor Griff did some thorough research. And for y'all don't know who Aleister Crowley is, he's just another white motherfucker who took our esoteric knowledge and corrupted it. And I'm going to be buying some books on Aleister Crowley. I'm very familiar with who he is. But yeah, man, we got to educate ourselves. That's the biggest problem. I think we're deaf, dumb, and blind because everybody wants to buck dance and coon and sambo for some biscuits and some goddamn pancake syrup. You know what I mean? Like, that's what motherfuckers want. Motherfuckers just talk about Black Lives Matter and all this other shit. Let a truck pull over with $100,000 out there and they give money away. Niggas will stop that and try to go get that money. Because we're not on code. You have to, in my personal opinion, you got to establish a code. Just like on the core plantation. That's why it's so much divisiveness at the plantation. I've seen it a million times. A motherfucker will bump their guns until they get what they want, and then you won't see them no more. Just like politicians. Once politicians get what they want, you don't see them anymore. That's a fact. And I really feel a lot of the times that we don't hold them accountable as well. You have to go back and hold them accountable and say, hey man, where you at? And what are you doing? Why are you not doing this for black folk? And why are you talking all this bullshit but you ain't doing shit? Just like the councilman out here, Ricky Barlow, bald head motherfucker. You was an arrogant asshole who treated niggas like shit for the most part. You was not kind to black folk. You was not trying to go out of your way to, you know, to make sure you was good. You got your little, and then you got caught stealing funds, nigga. And then they put your ass on TV, made you apologize, and now you got to do fair time. That's what you get. Fuck you, nigga. Wouldn't fuck with that nigga. That's what he get. If I seen him, I'd kick him in his ass for that shit, for treating, because my point is, I don't care about the stealing. White people steal all day, so stop it. White people stole this country. Stop it. White people been looting the stock market all day. That's why I tell niggas, go join that stock. As this stock is going up and down, see, it's so many distractions going on, they know niggas can't keep their focus on what really matters. So, okay, let's throw this out there. Let's throw that out there. Let's do police reform. Then motherfuckers jumping around for police reform. Then, because one police officer kneels with you, you feel like, oh, they cool. No, they not. For the most part, law enforcement don't give a fuck about no niggas. Stop it. And why this is distraction that's going on over here, while this tornado is going over here, we gonna throw another tornado right here. So we gonna throw several tornadoes out there and tearing shit up. And then let me tell you what white folk is doing. Just like that white person that don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Why Ashtray and his cousin, his brother is acting a fool in the store with the agents, the white boy's got a duffel bag stealing everything in the store. And that's exactly what's happening. And you like, go look at that stock market. How it's different. Because them motherfuckers don't know which way the shit gonna go. Then you got the COVID-19 that's going up. Now all those are going up. Me, my personal opinion, I think COVID-19 is in those goddamn tear gas bombs that they throwing out. That's just my personal opinion. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think COVID-19 is in them tear gas bombs. First of all, y'all don't know what chemical warfare is. Second of all, go read The Medical Apartheid by Harry Washington. They were infecting mosquitoes, from my knowledge, and dropping them off over certain parts of tropical states, knowing it was going to infect people. Stop it. Stop. Then you got Johnson's with the first fistula, just doing all kinds of fucking medical tests, all kinds of bullshit. Hostile. If you've seen the movie Hostile, they was doing that to black folk. Stop. Black man, I forgot his name. He worked for this newspaper company. He was throwing newspapers. He fell off the truck and broke his leg. He didn't even want to go to it. It was up Northern Cal. And he didn't want to go to, I think, San Francisco Medical, one of those medical hospitals. He didn't want to go there because he know what they do to niggas. Man, that nigga was like, I don't want to go there. Then they shot his leg full of plutonium, and he had to get his leg amputated. Stop. So if they were doing that back in the day, imagine what they doing right now. I'm willing to bet that they put the goddamn COVID-19 in them tear gas bombs. So you heard it first on this podcast. And I don't think they're coming up with no goddamn cure. First of all, y'all, let's be honest. There is no cure for no virus. It just passes through. Stop. But since Dr. Sebi said, well, I can cure that. You just need to do X, Y, and Z, and I'll bring a whole bunch of patients in here. Then you got white motherfuckers like Vlad talking shit about him, and then we still support Vlad. Fuck Vlad. He ain't nothing but a messy white boy who's making money off of black culture and taking it to his white family. Stop. Trust and believe you me. Now all of a sudden, we got to cure. Now all of a sudden you got to stop. See, this is what happens when you allow them to alligator roll you. Don't let them alligator roll you. Hold them accountable, because if you do, it's shit like that. Just like I was looking at Breonna Taylor. It's so funny. We still ain't know what the fuck is going on with this. Why they not charging these race soldiers? I'll play something. Let's see what they say. I'm gonna see what they say. I want to see exactly what they talk about. I think it's her mom talking about it. But yeah, man, they ain't even talk about Breonna Taylor's killer. Now you, a no-knock warrant. Why would you have a no-knock warrant? What if a motherfucker had a rocket launcher in there and killed all them police officers? Then what? Why would you do that? Hold on, let me play it back. Let me cut this off, and let's play it back.
Has unanimously voted to end no-knock warrants. Calling it Breonna's law comes after the death of a young African-American woman.
Okay, so you got a no-knock warrant, but why are you not charging those officers in her death? That is symbolism. What the fuck you mean a no-knock warrant? This is what I mean about us putting our trust and faith in these white people to govern who we are. As if we're allowing these white people to be the moral compass of who we are. How could they be moral judges of us when they have not been moral the last 400 years? What you mean a no-knock warrant? No, we're implementing a no-knock warrant and they'll be prosecuting those police officers who shot and killed her.
And as questions remain about why police entered her home in the middle of the night, shot her at least 8 times. Breonna Taylor was an EMT in Louisville, Kentucky. In March, police used a no-knock warrant to forcibly enter her home. The officers say Taylor's family say they did not.
If it's a no-knock warrant, you didn't announce your presence. You just busted in there. See, that's trickery. If it's a no-knock warrant, they just kick it in your door. They're not knocking. That's why it's called a no-knock warrant. So why would you lie and say, where's the police at with this? And where are the attorneys at that's like, wait, hold on. So if you served a no-knock warrant, you just kicked in the door. So he had every right to shoot at you, and you had no right to be shooting at her. What do you mean? A no-knock warrant means you're not knocking before you kick in the door. Stop it. And I ain't in law enforcement. I don't know the law like that. That's common fucking sense. Come on, man. And everybody just going with it.
Boyfriend fired shots. He says he didn't know who these plainclothes officers were, that they hadn't identified themselves. Police fired back, killing Taylor. Since then, the officers, plus another who filed for the warrant, have been reassigned. Tonight, the city council not only banned no-knock warrants, but also regulated the use of search warrants and body cameras. On Wednesday, a mostly blank...
A bunch of cold water sandwiches. That's what that is. It's a cold water sandwich. No meat, no bread, no nothing. Just bread and water.
Incident report was released to a local newspaper. Under injuries, the report said none. Again, she was shot at least 8 times. She was killed. Before air, I spoke with Breonna's mother, Tamika Palmer, and family attorneys Lenita Baker and Benjamin Crump. Ms. Palmer, first of all, I'm so sorry for your loss. What do you make of what is happening in America right now? What do you think Breonna would think about what's happening?
She would be amazed to see the world changing. So,
my question is it really changing though? Is it really changing? They're not prosecuting those officers, and we used a no-knock warrant. Okay, well, the defendant that shot at y'all because he didn't know who y'all were said y'all didn't announce yourselves. Oh yeah, we did announce ourselves. But why would y'all announce yourself if it was a no-knock warrant? That's easy. Why would you announce yourself if it was a no-knock? If it was a no-knock warrant that you were using, then you're not going to tell nobody who you are. You're just going to kick in the door. Stop.
And have you heard, Ms. Palmer, from the city or the police department in Louisville at all, or in any sort of meaningful way? Because it's been almost 3 months, and my understanding is those officers involved, they're still on the job.
Yes, they are. The police department, no, but there's other people in the city that have reached out.
Mr. Crump, in Breonna's case, the 3 officers involved here, they have not faced any charges. They're still working for the Louisville Police Department. They're on administrative leave. Does that make any sense to you? I mean, it's been nearly 3 months.
Anderson, it makes no sense at all when you consider how this is in procedures, and furthermore, the police report that came out yesterday just was.
All right. These niggas finna start talking and talking. It sound like Danny Glover. I don't want to hear that shit. But yeah, man, I really suggest that people really start looking and paying attention to what the fuck is going on. Because I think it's a bunch of bullshit. That's just my opinion. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think that every white person at this point that has benefited from white privilege, but act like those are your racist white supremacists right there. Those are your white fragilists. Those are the people that will act like it don't exist. And those are the people that will smile with you and march with you and behind closed doors getting all that privilege, or should we call it white blessings, and then they ain't gonna never tell you about it and smile with you, and they'll be happy that you ain't got shit compared to what they have. Because that's really what it's about. Most white people, in my own honest opinion, most white folks do not want black folks to be equal. That would bother them because this is all they have is their privilege and their system. And if white people really wanted to change the system, they would have done it already. But they never planned on changing it. Their job is to be divisive and keep everybody arguing amongst. That's why they give one nigga trinkets or butter biscuits. Why do you think there's a certain amount of black billionaires, a certain amount of black millionaires, and everybody else is dominant society? That's by design. No diss to Jay or nobody else, but why wasn't there no white people that came out and said, well, Jay-Z, if you really be black, why would you take a deal with the NFL that has been proven to be a racist organization? Because it's business, and they can hide it under the guise of business. Well, this is just business. Well, to me, that's fuckery business, because if somebody's making a stand and trying to push a movement forward, you don't go do a deal. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. My shit don't mean nothing, but I'm just saying that's how I look at it. And I to this day, I feel like we want black billionaires to be activists, and then we want activists to be black billionaires, and that's not how it works. That's just not how it works. That's why you had motherfuckers talking about Atlanta is Wakanda, and motherfuckers is crying, and I don't blame them. You know why? Because I don't put my trust and faith in people. I just don't put my trust and faith in people who have dealings with the dominant society on a major scale. We're not talking about just a job you can quit and go work somewhere else. We're talking about on a major scale where this is hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars on the line. Most black folk are not going to jeopardize that money. It's not a whole lot of Muhammad Ali's in this world that's going to jeopardize their money for black folk. They're just not. People are not socialized that way. That's just the way it works. That's why the dominant society has bred finessers on their side. And then black folk have bred finessers too. Like I said, most people have life insurance on they have insurance on their phones, not on their life. They don't give a fuck about the people coming behind them. That's why there's so much decadence amongst black culture, because we don't plan for the future, we plan for today. I know firsthand on that. We don't plan for tomorrow. We're not hustling for our last name. We're not hustling for our family. You're hustling for us. And that's it. And that part is not going to change unless we change it from the inside. You got to change a lot of the stuff from the inside. You got to educate yourself and understand what you got going on. You can't just sit back and be like, well, that's just the way life is. Yeah, for the dominant society. But you can make the change. Each one got to teach 21. If you know a tidbit about stock, tell somebody. Tell a young black brother, hey man, now whether he chooses to listen or not, that's on him. But I think a lot of the times we use that as an scapegoat. Well, it just ain't gonna change. It's like the broke mentality. Not really. Let me tell you something. I'm not the best at managing my money, but people pay for things that are important to them. And you can learn a lot about a person by what they spend their money on. Most people that are around me, they're gonna know what I spend my money on. Music, and I don't spend a lot of money on tricking and Gucci and nigga, I can go buy all that. Don't get it twisted. Oh, well, you just saying that shit because you can't buy it. No, nigga. Definitely. But why would I do that? For what? There's no value in that. See, there's value in the books that I buy. I can get this to my family. They can inherit this knowledge. Trust and believe you me. I'm on a quest for knowledge, and I'm still learning every day. Every day is a school day. You got to treat it that way. And you can't allow the dominant society okay, now physically you got to get up and go to work. I get that. We understand that. But I'm talking about past that. They're not stopping you from reading on your lunch break. They're not stopping you from putting that phone down, getting off the gram, and reading a book. A lot of motherfuckers want to post books, but a lot of motherfuckers ain't reading them. I'm saying, don't let them control your narrative and control what you got going on. It's about a person about what they spend their money on. But don't be mad at them because they spend their money on cars, clothes, and shoes and rims. What's wrong with that? Let them spend their money on what they want to spend their money on. But the rest is up to you. You got to make it happen. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. Man, I'm going to hit you up tomorrow. I'm going to definitely hit you up tomorrow because I know I'm looking at the stream right now, and these motherfuckers is bullshit. So I appreciate everybody listening. Don't be out there bullshitting, handle your business, read, research, and handle your business. If you're out there doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, guilty, nigga. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.